Hi there and Sat Shri Akal. My name is Gurjeet and today I would like to talk about one of the very important issue for the students who are studying as an international students in Australia, the 5 ways to pay less taxes in Australia, because in this COVID time we all need to be very conscious, there's a saying, money saved is money earned. So let me start quickly. And what are the 5 tips? The first tip is know your residency status. You should know what is your residency status. Most of the students, when they fill up their tax returns, they mark the wrong option. They normally mark the option called a foreign resident for paying taxes. The foreign resident paying taxes means you go to the upper limit, which is the higher. But as per the Australian law, if you are studying, I'll repeat it again, if you're studying more than 6 months in Australia, you will be considered as a resident. You will be paying the same taxes as any Australian resident has been paying. And that means you will be under, to be very honest, if I'll give you an example, if the slab goes this way around 1 to 32, around 18,000 wave off, and then you have to pay the other taxes. But if you are a foreign resident, you are actually from $0 to $90,000, whatever you earn in Australia, you are paying around 32.5% plus some other minimum tax as amounts as well. So I would say the first tip is know your residency status. And if you're studying in Australia more than 6 months, you will be paying the taxes as a normal resident. The tip number 2 is that you can claim possible deductions. Now, what are the possible deductions for the students are travel between jobs, and uniforms, phone and internet bills, union fees, and office expenses if you are working from the home. And but remember always that you must have the bills for everything. Please avoid any dodgy claims, because if ATO knows about it, you can be penalized and it can hamper your residency purpose in future as well. Tip number 3, keep whatever you are claiming, keep the proper invoicing and bills. And sometimes the students say we do not have that organized, we cannot keep all those bills. In ATO there is an app where you can click all the bills and keep it in the ATO as it is. You don't need to keep every bill with yourself. There is an app in ATO. If you go to the ato.gov.au, you will find this apps where you can click it and save it in the ATO itself. So as I've said, tip number 1 is know your residency. Tip number 2 is claim all possible deduction. Tip number 3 is keep all the receipt, and how you can keep all these receipts organized with yourself most of the time. And the tip number 4 is get a Medicare entitlement certificate. Now that means around 2% of leverage, because as all the Australians, as a resident, as myself as well, we have to pay 2% of the total tax towards our Medicare card. Medicare card is normally, to be very honest, it looks like this. And so you have to pay a Medicare card 2% on it. So what you have to do is you have to take a certificate from Service SA, and it will take around 6 weeks to 8 weeks. So this 2% can also be saved and you will be paying less taxes. And the last, not the least, is in case if you have any, like let's say for example, as we all know, in the last few months were quite difficult in Australia as well. Let's say you have there was a bushfire. In case you have done any charitable or any kind of a donation there, you all can deduct every penny out of it if you have a proper receipts or invoices with yourself. These are the top 5 tips which can really be helpful for you to save a lot of money. Hope you like this video, and thank you so much. Take care.